Hey, good morning, guys. To market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity jig. I'm home again, jiggity jig. Yes, I am in Central Texas, USA. It is 9:44 a.m. Central Standard Time. Temperature 54 top down degrees. Ain't bad. High today supposed to be 75. Hello, world. Oh, it's so nice. No more freezing my little hiney off. But anyway, 10 days on the road and I'm going to make it home tonight. I wanted to give you car campers, Prius campers, whoever campers, some tips, T-I-P-S, tips, since I'm just fresh off the road, okay? Here's the first one. I learned this one yesterday. Whenever you check the weather for a location that you intend to go to, not only check the temperature, the radar, the humidity, check the wind. Because I was coming from El Paso yesterday, headed to Balmorhea State Park, and right outside of Van Horn, Texas, I pulled over, or I took an exit and stopped for a little rest, because after about every 2 hours or so, I'll stop and take a 5-minute break or so and fill up my water cup and walk around a little bit and stretch, because I'm not in a hurry. Well, anyway, I got out to do that, my little break thing, and the damn wind blew me down. I'm telling you, the wind, I checked when I got back, when I finally was able to get back in the car after being blown down that side of the road. I got back in the car and I checked. The wind was gusting out of the west from 30 to 55 miles an hour, and it was expected to continue until about midnight. Well, see, when I check the weather for a location I'm going to, I do like most people, at least for me. I just check the weather and see if it's going to rain or there's storms in the area or whatever, and the temperature. I'm good. Well, add one more ingredient to that, folks. Add one more ingredient. Check the wind. Not only the direction, but the velocity. Because, well, I don't think I've ever gotten caught like I did yesterday. That was the worst one ever. I mean, it was blowing so friggin' hard. If I'd have gone straight on into Balmorhea, which I didn't, I just leisurely came on back home. It takes an additional 6 hours, but the way I do it, 6 hours is leisurely, because I stop, take breaks, and go look at rocks and crap. But be that as it may, that's one tip. Check the weather, check the wind. Also, for the moisture that builds up inside your vehicle in cool temperatures, when you have to, you got the windows closed, basically. I leave mine cracked just a 1/4 inch. But even then, the moisture builds up on the front, back window, and the side windows a little bit. And so there was a tip, and it was a comment pointing out that a guy that lives in this Prius, he runs his heater all night long, or his air conditioner all night, to keep the moisture from building up. Well, when I'm camping in western U.S., normally it's warm enough at night to have the windows down a couple of inches, and that disperses all the moisture from inside the car. Been doing this for 4 years, and this is the first camping trip I've been on where I had moisture on the windows, okay? But a suggestion for that, the tip for that is, and I haven't tried it myself, I do have them, is to get these little things called Damp Rid, D-A-M-P-R-I-D, Damp Rid. It's a real inexpensive dehumidifier that you can get at Walmart for under $10, and they have a newer unit now where the granules are held in a little package, and you just drop that little package in the dehumidifier little thing and set it wherever you want to. Do they work? Hell, they work good in my RV, so You know, I guess you could, you know, you'd have to set it somewhere in the car though where you wouldn't tip it over, and that could be an issue because, well, of course, they're not going to suck out that much water overnight, but I think it's going to help. If I have to do this again, where I think I'm going to be in a humid area, then I will use the, I'll take one of those damp red dehumidifiers. That's tip number 2. And tip number 3 I've mentioned, but I'll kind of go over it again because there seems to be some confusion, you got me? Unfusion. Anyway, and that is on internet and cell phone connectivity while you are traveling camping. I use Cricket Wireless. I have the unlimited data plan, and the Cricket Wireless uses AT&T towers, so you've got coverage everywhere AT&T does, which is damn near everywhere. Costs $65 a month, including all fees, and they do not throttle it ever. I had a comment this morning that said, well, you know, why don't you just use that unlimited data plan as a hotspot and you don't have to use the Verizon thing, okay? Well, you cannot use, even though my phone has the hotspot feature on my LG G Stylo, which I use for just about everything, you cannot turn it on with Cricket Wireless if you have the unlimited data plan, okay? You can on the other plans, the 5 and the 10 gigabyte plans, but you cannot turn it on the unlimited data plan. If you turn it on with the 5 and 10 gigabyte plans, it costs you an additional $10 per month. So, what else? As far as internet, now, for those of you that wanted to, you could get a prepaid Verizon hotspot, you know, where you prepay data. You know, you can buy the hotspots for, you know, 50 bucks. You know, it's just a hotspot. You know, that's it. And you can use that to connect to your laptop, whatever it might be, for those times when you want some security, okay? And you don't want to use Wi-Fi at McDonald's or the grocery store or whatever, which I do not like to do, and I will not do it, okay? Because I don't feel like it's safe, but that's just me. But you could buy you a Verizon Wi-Fi hotspot, and you know, for I don't know, $50, $75, and then just add prepaid data as you travel, and that way you've got a secure access to the internet for surfing the internet, checking whatever you want to check that you can't check on your smartphone. The only reason I have it, I can do everything on my smartphone except edit videos. Okay, now there is an app that you can add to your cell phone to edit YouTube videos. However, it is not a full, complete app, and it's difficult to respond to comments using the cell phone because my little fingers don't work that good on those little letters and so forth. And it's much easier to use a full-size keyboard for responding to comments and a few other edits that you might need to do. So, those are 3 wonderful tips for you guys that are going to go traveling, camping in your Prius. Another one is always remember that a Prius is not a Jeep. It's not designed to go off-road. It is not. It is a low-clearance vehicle designed for commuting in traffic in towns, okay? That is a fact. I'm going to the car wash. What I'm fixing to do now, wash about 12 pounds of quartzite dust off my car. And the next thing, next Tuesday, I will replace the air filters. I need to do that anyway, so that's okay. But anyway, so here I am in the car wash in Kingsland, Texas, and then we'll chat a little more and I'll turn this video off. But anyway, as far as the quartzite trip, I give it about I don't know, a 6 maybe, in that range. 5 to a 6, and the reason is it was cold for me. I don't like dust all that much. The roads were rough. You know, I didn't like the idea of beating the crap out of my Prius on those roads. And of course the dust was an issue. As far as the campsites that I found for me, they were okay. But, you know, they were remote and you had to go down some rough ass roads to get to the site so that you would have some privacy. And is Quartzsite crowded? Yes, it is very crowded. And the reason it's crowded is because they've got free camping there on BLM land. And they've also got campsites on BLM that you pay a little fee for. I think it's like $40 and for 4 months or something. And you know, it's cheap. Okay, that's the reason people go there. It's cheap. It's a cheap place to be in the winter. That's it. And the climate's okay. As far as the views around, it's a typical desert area, and you know, there's dry mountains around, creosote plants, saguaro cactus. You know, and you know, it's okay. I mean, you know, I've seen enough desert to last me about 20 years. And another unique thing about going on a camping trip in your Prius or a car or anything really is when you get back home, you really appreciate the home that you have, whether it's brick and mortar or in my case, I live in an RV, I full-time RV, and I also go camping in my Prius. And if you're interested in either one of those, check out my playlists on my channel homepage. Anyway, but whenever you get back from a trip anywhere, your home always looks much nicer because everything inside there is predictable. You know where every single thing is, and that's wonderful. But one of the problems I had adapting to this morning was I got up to use the toilet. Well, I had forgotten how. I mean, I looked at that amazing scientific instrument for about 20 minutes. I looked for the instruction manual and I could not find it. So after some minor experimentation, I was able to figure out that it was a flush toilet and that I had been poo-pooing in a 3-gallon bucket for about 10 days, and I had forgotten how to flush a toilet because I didn't need to. Flushing a bucket is a matter of picking up the little trash can liner and discarding it in a proper container, wherever that might be. But having said all that, guys, thank y'all for your support, fan funders, and also thank all you viewers and subscribers. You don't know what you have gotten into because now we're in the doldrums, because I won't be taking a trip for a while because I'm not going to go camping anymore until the morning temperatures are above 45 degrees. Now, as far as the evening temperatures, if they get up into the 80s and low 90s, that I can tolerate that because I can turn the air conditioner on. And in the dry western USA where I go, when the sun sets, the temperature falls like a rock. In other words, by 10 p.m., it's below 70 anywhere I go, and by midnight, it is in the low 60s and upper 50s, which is nice, and you can sleep like a baby and wake up in the morning, and it's cool, and you don't have to freeze your little hiney off to get things done. But be that as it may, I've said that about 20,000 times in my life. Where did I pick that up? I have no idea at all. But anyway, I have got to wash my vehicle this morning and get that quartzite dust off and a few other things. And Trump is going to be inaugurated today, and I'm happy for that. I know some of you will respond to that and say, God almighty, no, no, no. But no, I'm tickled to death. But anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water, take deep breaths, stretch and walk, and keep your health as best you can, because you will enjoy, even if you don't go camping, you'll enjoy your life a hell of a lot more if you feel good. So anyway, guys, have a good day. Bye-bye.